10 years of smartphones today. Some great songs, very, very good selection coming. Adrian Stockwell was the lead blogger on that one, I think. Turn it on again from Genesis, first of the smartphone tunes, 5:20. And on All Request, back on Friday, all those days ago, we had a caller called Martin, and he wanted to request a track for his dad, Dougie, whose 80th birthday party they were driving to. And then it turned out that Dougie had a pretty amazing life as a session musician. What tracks has he played on, Martin?
Oh, all sorts. Everything from Hi-Ho, Silver Lining, all the Walker Brothers hits.
Wow.
Even things like Combine Harvester with the Wurzels.
So afterwards we had quite a lot of emails and texts saying they wanted to know more about this guy who's played on 15 number ones, 70 top 40 hits, and graced the kit for tracks like this. There's Dougie on this. Paul and Linda McCartney, 1971. Uncle Albert. Abbey Road. Come and Stay With Me, 1965. This is Marianne Faithfull. Dougie's on this. And his drums here too. Jeff Beck's Hi-Ho, Silver Lining. Some of the greatest hits of Dougie Wright. All right, Dougie, hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Yeah, great. How are you?
Well, it's very nice to speak to you. How was your birthday?
Oh, it's brill. Well, actually, it's not brill, because it's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, in which case, happy 80th for tomorrow.
Well, I had a great party the other day in lieu of tomorrow.
Well, it's like we've just listened to some of your greatest hits, really. And when you hear those, some great memories, I would have thought, Dougie.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Well, I had a great time, but it was very hard work, you know.
What, the party?
No, not just the party. The last 60 years.
Being a session musician. Okay, so are we going back to London in the 60s, mainly?
Well, yeah, so I went to London in 58 with the John Barry 7.
Okay, and what was it that tempted you down to London in the first place?
Well, it was a phone call. I was working in a factory in the north of England, and I was playing as a semi-pro in jazz groups and big band things and all that, dance bands, which you don't hear much of these days. But I had a call from a colleague who was working with me at that time, and he'd just joined the John Barry 7 before, a few months before, and I said, I'd love to join the band. I've been invited. He said, yes, have an audition with John Barry in Leeds Friday night, which was the said time at that particular moment. And so it went on from then on. I was invited to London, which I look forward to doing so very much indeed. And that was late 58. And I stayed in London for almost 20 years.
And what was it like being a session musician in your heyday, Dougie?
Well, it was incredibly busy. There was so much going on, and so many people trying all kinds of musical things at that time. And of course, this was pre-Mellotron, pre-this, pre-that, pre-everything, you might say. Disco, the electronics, in other words.
Yeah, so did you have your own kit which you would have to take to different places, or did you use the kit in particular studios?
No, we had our kits all the time, the session drummers, like the guitar players did, and everybody else, the keyboard, even the Hammond organ players used to take the Hammond organs round, would you believe?
So you were at the heart of the swinging 60s, Dougie. This has been unrecorded at the moment. So we're learning. Where did you spend most of your time? Where did you record most of the hits?
Well, in the West End. Well, yes, in the London studios. There was the Abbey Road studio, which was going 24 hours a day, you might say. Pye Studios at Marble Arch, Phillips, Decca, Broadhurst Gardens, Wessex Sound, which was Les Reed's studio, which Les was part of the John Barry 7 with me, of course, as well. And lots of Lansdowne studios, lots of little independent studios used by the publishers in the West End, etc. And it was all happening.
What was the first hit you played on?
The first number one I played on, we got to the top of the charts, was Adam Faith, What Do You Want?
And was that a thrill, or did you feel part of that, or did you think, it was just another recording, I'll move on to the next one?
Well, we were all mates in those days. We were having a great time. And it was a lovely time to record music. I see your efforts go to the top of the charts, you know. And of course we got paid for it, you see. Musician scale, mind you. We didn't receive a fortune. For the 3-hour session at that time, we got £7.
Did it make any difference whether it was a number one or a number, no number at all?
No, you still got your money. Even if it was a flop, you'd still get your money.
So how many number ones have you played on?
Number ones, it's around about 14, 15.
And presumably, the lot of the session drummer is you'll turn up, and even if it's, I don't know if you ever thought, well, this is a load of rubbish, but I'll just do my best. That's just what you did?
That's right, but it was all written out. We were asked for. To become a session guy, you had to be excellent with your music. You're an excellent technician on the instrument that you're playing.
Yeah.
Be on time. Be clean as a whistle, you might say. And no tantrums. You should be compatible with other musicians on the session. Whoever turns up, you have to make a product. You have to produce a product. And of course, if it was a great success, it might go into the charts.
The track that we played on Friday was Je t'aime, by Jane Birkin and Sage Gainsbourg, and apparently you can't tell us the story about that recording. Is that right?
Well, we'd done the backing track, and then we went into the studio to see what was going on vocally. And it was most interesting.
Okay.
I can say that. Most interesting. Right. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, fair enough. So, at your party at the weekend, your 80th birthday party, did you get some special messages? Is that right?
Yes, I did indeed. I got a few messages from old friends, which I hadn't seen for years. Of course, Martin has been a good PR man for me. I think over the last few months. In fact, over the last few years, checking on things. But I had a wonderful thing, a little email sent through from the Wurzels.
Oh, right, yes, because you work with them. What did they say?
Well, congratulating me on reaching this milestone, you might say. And I said, well, I still haven't got a combined harvester, so I'm just motoring on, you know, really. And that went to number one as well, of course.
It's almost as though there should be a double CD of Dougie Wright's greatest hits. Anyway, it's just nice to be a part of your story, Dougie, and to hear a different slice of 60s and 70s rock and roll life, which hasn't been explained, I think, properly. So fantastic to have you on the show. Now, we've got 4 songs I've got lined up, and it's entirely up to you which one we play, okay? You've played on all of them. Yeah. They're all big hits. There's Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey, Paul and Linda. There's Hi-Ho Silver Lining, there's What Do You Want, Adam Faith, and there's Combine Harvester by the aforementioned Wurzels. Which track, Dougie, would you like us to play? Which of yours?
Well, I don't want to get clever here. I want a bit of a giggle here, you know. I think I'd like to hear the Wurzels on Combine.
How much fun was it recording this then?
It was terrific. In fact, all the time I worked with the guys, the Wurzels, it was a whole lot of fun, you know.
And it's the first time the Wurzels have been preferred to Paul McCartney, but
anyway, in court then.
They're fine tracks. Dougie, we wish you a happy 80th for tomorrow. Pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you. Okay, with Dougie Wright on drums, then here are the Wurzels.
I drove my tractor through your haystack last night. I threw me pitchfork at your dog to keep quiet. Now someone's telling me that you're avoiding me. Come on now, darling, you got something I need. 'Cause I got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get brand new gaiters and me Cardi Wright pants. In your new Sunday dress, with your perfume smelling grand. We had her for us, took in a sold in end. Now I ain't gotta bring you from my harvester, and I'll give you the key. Now let me walk past her 50s, we think that you and me should stop this gallivanting, and will you marry me? 'Cause I ain't gotta bring you come by harvester, and I'll give you the key. You're a clean-looking woman, and I can't wait to get my hands on your land.
Featuring the percussion of Dougie Wright, who is 80 tomorrow. The Wurzels, just one of the tracks that he played on. Ken Dodd's Tears, he did that. Tina Charles, I Love to Love, which we did. We actually played that on Friday, without knowing that it was Dougie on percussion. Walker Brothers, Make It Easy on Yourself, Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore. Long John Baldry, Let the Heartaches Begin. Edison Lighthouse, Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes. Sandy Shaw, I mentioned Peter and Gordon, We're Without Love, and all those hits. Amazing. Dougie Wright, happy birthday for tomorrow, and thanks for being part of the show. Right, let's see if we can sort some stuff out here. Hey, when we get to 80, let's hope that we're all as bright and sparky and as together as Dougie.
Why wouldn't we be? I always wanted to marry a combine harvester driver, commonly known as a farmer.
Did you?
Yes.
What, when you were a wee young thing?
Well, I think it was, obviously I'm still wee young, thank you, Simon.
You still might marry a combine harvester.
I could do. I think it's the Superman films, you know, when he rescues her from underneath a combine harvester.
Oh, but very good. We're learning all kinds of things about Caroline, who's doing the sport for us today. Now, here's the toughest gig, though. You have to respond spontaneously to the homework questions.
Okay.
And we see whether, what kind of stuff you're made from.
I can't obviously match Matt's intelligence.
Well, Matt just makes stuff up.